This is a hat trick
podcast.
Oh, lovely.
Welcome to In the News This Week, the podcast from some of the team behind Have I Got News For You, serving up an irreverent stumble through the headlines when the TV show can't. Think of it like this. If the main show is a Winter Olympic gold medalist, then we're the guy around the back of the ski lift eating the yellow snow.
Oh my God.
Eating it.
Wow.
Oh, God.
I'm Mike Raymond, and joining me off the back of an exciting weekend of Six Nations rugby,
Oh, no.
playing at fly half because she's always on the ball, it's Emerald Paston.
That's nice.
I don't understand what that means.
Just know it's nice.
Oh, nice.
And he's the key link between our forwards and our backs. Yes, he's a right flanker. It's Jack Harris. I know it does require a lot of rugby knowledge. So,
Those
sorry.
sound like quite specific terms.
I don't know how much rugby knowledge it requires to know what you're trying to get at by saying I'm a right flanker.
I got the
if I'm
gist,
honest.
yeah.
How are you guys?
Good, thank you.
Good. Talking of the Winter Olympics, it's like, it's every 4 years, right? And I always forget some of the sports that happen. Like you watch them and you think, I couldn't do any of these. Curling is the only one I could do.
Yeah.
I do feel like the luge stuff, it does look kind of easy to me.
Love to hear it. Absolutely love to hear it.
It's just lying down.
Wow.
Yeah, it is
Right?
just lying down, yeah.
Not
It's
the
who can
luge
lie
stuff,
down the
toboggan.
best,
I don't even know the
essentially.
words. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Who can
Yeah.
lie down the best is all, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Jacob Rees-Mogg's so good at it.
Yeah. I would love to see Emerald just going, I'm just going to lie down as you careen straight into the...
Arrive at the end and I'm fast asleep, maybe.
into the turn. Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Have I just won? Gold medal.
And the British entry is doing it in her pyjamas. Interesting choice. Olympics aside, should we get into round one?
Let's do it.
And we begin with the biggest news story of the week. The extraordinary revelation that when you're Barack Obama, anything you say will make headlines across the world. Obama caused an internet and media meltdown on Sunday by claiming aliens are real. I mean, how else do you explain the last decade in politics? Emerald, should we be worried?
Well, he was asked in this quickfire interview, are aliens real? And he said they're real, but I haven't seen them.
Cop out.
Yeah. And then he's said they're not being kept at Area 51, which suggests to me he knows where they are.
Is this a big long bit where he's eventually going to go, they're in the Oval Office, and he's going to claim that Trump is such a freak that he's got to have come from another planet?
Surely.
Like trying to out crazy Trump.
Yeah. Really, really long gaming the whole birth certificate claim.
Right. He wasn't even born on this planet.
Yeah,
let alone
yeah.
America.
Everything would suddenly align, wouldn't it? So he was on this podcast and he's been forced to clarify his comments.
Yeah.
And he's now rode back on that, which feels like Men in Suits got to him. They told
Men
him.
in Black.
They said, "Yeah, you signed a thing. You said you wouldn't talk about it."
Just as a quick aside, how depressing a sentence is it? Former President Barack Obama was on a podcast. You think,
Yeah.
I know he does his own one, or he did his own one with Bruce Springsteen, but you just sort of think like, I can do a podcast. Why is he? That doesn't make, he should have some kind of like higher form of media, surely.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we should be on the same platforms.
That now makes it sound like I'm comparing myself to Barack Obama.
Yeah. So no, you go ahead. Go on, keep going, Jack.
What else did he discuss in that podcast, by the way?
Literally no one knows because that is the only thing that was reported.
Came out of it.
It's
right.
true. The one other thing that's reported is also alien related because he was asked what his first question was after becoming president. And he said
Yes.
it was, where are the aliens?
Really?
So this guy's
Yeah.
obsessed with aliens.
It's quite a good first question, isn't it? What would be Trump's first question? Where's the
my
nearest
portrait?
McDonald's?
Oh,
Okay, yeah, one of them. Either one.
Yeah. How do we knock this wall down? Yeah. Do you know what Trump's views on aliens are?
He doesn't like illegal ones.
Yeah, I genuinely waiting for an announcement where he says he's sending ice into space.
Yeah.
No, he actually, surprisingly, you think he'd have like something really mad to say about it, but he actually said, I don't know. I don't think there's any evidence for it. So it's like the one thing that most other people seem to be like, oh, they could be out there. Well, it could be
Did he
interesting.
say, I disagree with the Fermi paradox? Is that what he...
No, but do you know what this says to me? This says to me that they're keeping all that evidence away from him.
Yeah.
You know, Obama got to see inside Area 51
Yeah.
and they're just like keeping Trump out of it.
Have you heard of Havana syndrome?
Didn't they use it to capture Maduro? That was the thing they said.
Oh,
Well,
did they?
this is just a sign why I think you might be right about the alien thing, because Trump cannot keep his trap shut. Because
Right.
basically, they obviously said to him, they briefed him and said, we've got this sort of sonic weapon. And they used it in the Maduro thing to disable his, take out his bodyguards. And Trump just came out, he's so excited about it. He just told everyone in the world that they have it. And it's just like, they must have just imagine all the boffins going at the CIA going, no.
I guess the only reason that might not come up, aliens might not come up for Trump, like let's say it's on file somewhere and the government have to tell him if he asks.
Yeah.
But he's never actually asked a government official a question that doesn't involve him. So that's why he hasn't found out.
But that is a genuine thing that they said when Trump's first administration was they had to completely rewrite the way they did briefs. You ever gone around like the Natural History Museum or something, and there's a thing with kids, like in the kids' displays, it'll be like, and this is where you are, this is how it affects you. It's like that. Every single Trump briefing apparently is like, here's why Donald J. Trump, the greatest man in the history of the earth, needs to know this. And he goes, oh, I need to know about this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
I went to Buckingham Palace with my mum and dad and sister because my mum worked at Buckingham Palace as like a steward or whatever. And now she's part lizard. But other than that, she enjoyed her time there. But like we went around and you got this guide where it would like talk you through. And I said to my sister, oh yeah, this talking corgi cartoon's a bit weird, isn't it? And she said, you're on the child's guide. You're on the Trump guide. That's what Trump got when he came around the Buckingham
that was
Palace.
the VIP tour. Yeah.
They got an animatronic corgi to talk him through all of the traditions.
And Melania said to him, if you listen really carefully to everything the king says and you don't bring up Andrew or Epstein, I'll take you to M&M World. And that's the royal tour. Talking of other worldly beings, who popped up far from home in a photo with Trump this week? Did you see this?
It's Liz Truss, isn't it?
It's Liz Truss, set off the party popper. Since she left Downing Street, she's been angling after a photo with Trump. There's been lots of like turning up at the Republican conventions and just hanging around outside. And she's finally done it. She's finally got a photo with Trump.
I read an article and in one write-up said, it was unclear how the encounter between Britain's shortest serving PM, they always dig her out for that, I love it, and US president was initiated and how long it lasted. So clearly they're like, no one, it obviously wasn't a meeting. She was there for like 10 seconds.
She's the equivalent of a Disney adult, like she's going to the equivalent of Disneyland to try and get her photo with Mickey Mouse.
She looks like the world's oldest Make-A-Wish Foundation winner.
Oh my God.
Like in that photo, genuinely. It's such a terrible photo.
So this is the thing about it. It's like she's finally got a photo, but there's so many things about it. She's not even looking at the camera that it's being taken at.
Yeah.
So, but neither of them are looking at the camera that's taking the photo. And then also on top of that, he's clearly just come in from a round of golf.
Definitely.
Where she's like grabbed him and said, oh, can I? And I don't think he has any clue who he's stood next to.
No.
Yeah.
He thinks she's a tourist or...
Yeah, do you think she was in a line of people to take photo? Like when you have like a line of people queuing up
almost
to take a photo
certainly.
with Mickey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Deandra goes back to Florida and she's like, Ahmed, the craziest woman. She said she was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
41 days.
Yeah. I thought that was crazy, that sort of thing.
I wonder if something similar is going to happen to the time when she met the Queen, when she got her nice photos with the Queen.
Death touch.
She has got form there. She has got form. Watch this space. Did you guys see what Trump had to say about the meeting?
Was it a big fat nothing?
No, right? Did he say anything?
Yeah, incredibly. For a man who basically posts his entire life online, he didn't post it on any of his socials. And there's no greater burn for Liz Truss. It wasn't even an afterthought. Well, it's interesting though, because I was reading, according to the Huffington Post, one of the reasons they think maybe she'd got her in with the photo is when, obviously Trump's suing the BBC.
Yeah.
She came out quite strongly against the BBC around that panorama stuff, incredibly. And Trump's used some of her quotes apparently in building his defamation case.
No way.
So good to see her once again fighting on side of the British people.
Well, I'm sure when she brought it up and said, obviously you've used the quotes in the defamation case, he went, yes, I do. Yeah, of course I did. I remember that well.
I remember that well, lady.
Yeah. Thank you, blonde, confusing accent lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Never let that Dutch woman in here ever again.
What have I told you about the Dutch? I love Liz Truss just catching strays. There was a thing this weekend about Larry the cat being 15 years in office and being like the longest serving.
I really
and
thought
I know
we'd
you
get
hate
through the whole pod.
No,
about that prick.
Oh my!
Right, but like one of the clips, they were like, all its well-known moments, and then its well-known moment is just Liz Truss trying to pet it on Downing Street and it running away before she gets her hand to it.
Yeah.
Because it can sense an alien life form. But
Do you know, I will defend Liz Truss on that one. Cats are just pricks. Like they just, in defence of Liz Truss, something I'll never say ever.
Wow.
So another seamless segue from aliens to the undead. We've done Liz Truss. No, I'm joking. Who's been accused of running a zombie government this week?
just this week.
Well, who's been accused this week of running a zombie government for 18 months? Spoiler.
Keir Starmer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keir Starmer and his ever successful policy drive.
When you say policy drive, you mean he drives 100 yards and he turns around and drives the other way?
Yeah.
And he turns around and drives. It's like his policy cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
His Mobius strip
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
policy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that sounds
sounds
cooler.
It
We
does
could just call
actually.
it a roundabout. But
Yeah.
Emerald wants to get mathsy with it. Oh,
I
to
forgot.
flex
I
her
didn't
maths
even mean
muscles.
to.
Sorry, I forgot to do a disclaimer at the top. Normally I do a little
Please
disclaimer.
don't.
It's like it's the intellectual
I'm so
version of the pod.
embarrassed of this.
We've got
I
some
don't
ASs
want to
and some physics. The physics teacher on the pod this week.
Car not getting anywhere. Yeah. What analogy should I go for? I think I'll go for a Mobius strip, actually.
Oh my god.
The pod of the people. Jimmy Badenoch has accused Keir Starmer of running a zombie government after yet another U-turn, this time over Labour's attempts to delay the 30 local elections across this country.
Because what their reasoning was basically, they're doing this overhaul of local government and changing these things. So why would we give them an election? Because they're all going to change anyway, and it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that thinks, right, there's probably some truth in that. But then there's also almost definitely them slightly worried about having to do local elections because they think they're going to get hammered.
Nigel Farage and Reform UK had launched a legal challenge against the plans to delay May's elections. What's weird is that was due to be heard in the High Court on Thursday, but the government have now come out and said, no, forget it. We'll let the elections go ahead, which is just now Nigel Farage has come out and just gone, well, this is we had this huge legal victory over the government now.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Oh,
But
man.
it doesn't feel like it's very thought through, does it? Because it feels like they've kind of done so many things going back and forth. You almost don't know if what they've been doing it for, or like what the reasoning is behind it. It's like, if you think back of every major policy they've done, like ID cards, Keir Starmer went back and forth on those so much that you're like, I don't really know where you started with it. Like, were you anti originally, and then now in your pro, and then you went anti, and it's like...
Back on his Mobius strip.
See, it is a good analogy.
It does. Yeah, I'll definitely be Googling Mobius strip after this.
But that's the thing, is like they get themselves so muddled. And the public, even like us, even like, I like to think like
Even
keep up with
us.
the news. No, but I'm saying,
Even us.
I like to think like,
even
Boffins.
me, an intellectual equal of Barack Obama.
no, but I mean, we're stupid enough to keep up with the news and be interested in politics because it's all rubbish anyway. And then I'm a bit like, I can't really tell what they were doing it for.
And then it's not just U-turning on things that they've decided they want to change. They're now being forced to U-turn on the Palestine Action prescription.
Yeah.
They're like getting help, basically.
Exactly.
It's like, when you don't know what present to get someone. And you're like, well, they love
They
U-turns.
clearly love U-turns, yeah.
So we'll just
It's
help
like
them
when
out.
someone starts to collect like frogs or something, and then everyone starts giving them frog presents. You just can't stop.
Everyone's just giving them
coming.
U-turns.
Yeah.
As soon as they made that ruling, everyone went, okay, well, that is clearly not going to stick.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not to say that they're like a completely blameless organisation. They also have caused criminal damage to stuff. So it's one of those ironic things where if they just come out and got them arrested and said, we don't agree with that, that's a way to protest, I think a lot of people would have gone, it's a bit of a dick move. But by turning them into a terrorist, like the list of they read them out on Radio 4, the list of terrorist organisations, and it's like Al-Qaeda, ISIS,
Boko
the
Haram.
Boko Haram, the Russian Wagner group, and then it's these guys.
Palestine Action.
And Arsenal Fan TV.
Yeah. and Sunday Times journalists as well. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
And enemies of the state.
Enemies of the state. Yes, thank you, Jack. Yeah. This is Labour Together,
Yeah.
the think tank, which Morgan McSweeney used to run before he ran the government into the ground. And it's got close links with Keir Starmer. It helped him get to power.
Yeah.
It's been revealed that they paid a PR firm to look into Sunday Times journalists who'd written about Labour Together. So the PR firm APCO then made claims about these Times journalists that they had links to Russia and sort of spread it around Westminster. I think links which have been proven to be false.
Completely false, yeah.
Completely false. Yeah. And according to The Guardian, the research by Labour Together into the journalists was approved by Josh Simons, who's now a Labour MP in Cabinet.
Right.
So it's pretty murky stuff.
And it's attacking the press for something that you go, oh, right, they just didn't like what they wrote. And so they're just trying to find something to get them on it. And the thing they wrote about the royal family was the Prince Charles household exchanging honours for donations, like honours for cash. Which you think, yeah, of course you've got to call people out for that, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think the royal family are doing a good job of destabilising the country themselves in many areas.
Right.
Yeah, they're experts at it, you'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a great look for Labour. Again, it's not a great look for Keir Starmer, who's come in as this reputation of squeaky clean human rights lawyer, and to come in and then they're already sort of curbing press freedoms, basically intimidating journalists. I mean, obviously it's not Keir Starmer. Well, not that we can prove that it's Keir Starmer saying directly do this, but when you have, it's a culture, isn't it? So if you have those people at that think tank and they're saying, here's the things you should do and here's the way you should behave as a politician, and then those people are then being brought into government, you think, well, how far from the tree does the apple fall?
Well, it's interesting you say that with Mike about the thing of like Keir Starmer hasn't directly decided something. But all these, there's loads of stuff. There was the Tim Shipman article that came out this weekend, or maybe it's the end of last week. It was from sources who had worked with Starmer, like past and present. And they were saying that he just doesn't make decisions. He just doesn't want to decide anything.
Yeah.
And because of that, people just tell him what he should do. And that's why there are so many U-turns, because he doesn't really have any convictions, like politically. Yeah. But there were some funny details in that article where they were saying he was more obsessed with dress code than he is anything else. He just wanted to make sure that everyone could come smart casual to meetings.
He's a prefect.
Really funny.
Oh my God.
Making sure people have put their ties straight and like shirts tucked in.
They also said the shortlist for the US ambassador was going to be Peter Mandelson, George Osborne, and
What?
well, George Osborne. You can kind of be like ex-chancellor,
Still though.
probably quite good at you know speaking money. The third person was Bear Grylls.
No.
Yeah, because they thought he'd appeal to Trump, and also because he's a reality TV star as well.
Wow.
You think it's a good argument for Gemma Collins to have done it, because you know, she's also a blonde that's been on reality TV.
Get on well with Trump.
I think
They
they
definitely, yeah. I mean, the Labour could do a Bear Grylls in government, couldn't they? Bit of a survivalist instinct.
It's so true.
They're in massive trouble.
Although again, it would be that thing of survivalist instincts, and they're actually just staying in a hotel,
I was just
pretending
thinking.
they're surviving, and
And then climbing out of a camel carcass in the morning, pretending they've been roughing it.
that's not a very nice way to talk about Keir Starmer.
I think that's how Liz Truss describes the UK. It's like living in a camel carcass. She's coming up with these weird analogies to do down the country. It's like living in a camel carcass. It's like living in a Mobius strip camel carcass.
He's lost it.
Welcome back to In the News This Week. Now, guys, before we get into round two, obviously I'm really excited to hear what your round two stories are. We've actually received an email regarding a previous round two story. So this is from Duncan in Kidderminster. It says, I'm emailing you to report a modern day miracle. The resurrection of the Kidderminster Carpet Museum.
Oh, it's coming back.
Duncan says reports of its death have been greatly exaggerated. Apparently it's had a stay of execution and it was open for 4 days this half term. So Duncan says, so naturally, as a proud resident of Kidderminster, he rushed to take his whole family there at the first opportunity. He says, here is a photo of us with the carpet making loom machines looming large behind us.
Very
Great pun.
good.
And it's a fantastic photo that I will show you guys.
Send it to us now.
Notably because 3 of the members of Duncan's family look really excited to be there. One does not.
Oh, it's so true.
That's not interested at all.
Any good family trip to a carpet museum, someone's been dragged there against their will.
That's so cute.
Duncan ends, I just thought your listeners might like to know they may have one more chance to visit the museum before it disappears. Warmly,
Ooh.
Duncan. So, Duncan, thank you so much for this.
Thank
That's
you,
genuinely,
Duncan.
in a world of bleak news, that's a ray of sunshine to hear that the Kidderminster Carpet Museum is surviving.
That is lovely.
Anyone wants to go and check it out, then please do. And I'll just say, so lovely to hear from someone listening to the pod telling us that. We'd love to hear from you if you've got anyone wants to get in touch and tell us anything, or
If they've visited the sites of any of our other round 2 stories.
you've been to that big fiery hole in Turkmenistan. we want to hear from you. It's got a bit radio DJ. Yeah.
Let us know if you've been to the big fiery hole in Turkmenistan.
Now, here's the Boo Radleys.
I absolutely love having a fan photo of a place we've talked about is excellent.
Yeah.
Although I would say, looking at the photo, the museum looks so bad. It looks so
Jack.
bad.
No, Jack.
What I
that's
don't understand
out.
is it looks like it's midway through closing down, is what I'd say.
I think it is.
Oh,
I think it is.
Which is why Duncan's, presumably his daughter, looks
so
unhappy.
sad.
Yeah, she said that it's all good things come to an end.
I'll tell you what, though. Can I say, I don't see many carpets in the photo. There's maybe like a hint of carpet behind.
Yeah, that bit of
behind.
pink carpet.
Yeah.
But, that's,
But other than that, there's not
Yeah.
many carpet.
They've flogged them all. I feel like I'm the one being really positive here.
I love it.
It's like washed away my cynicism. Okay, we've put it off for long enough. I suppose we're gonna have to talk about your round 2s.
You hate our round 2 so much, Mike.
I don't. I love it. It's just become a thing, and I can't get. It's a Mobius strip of cynicism that I can't get out of.
Again, that kind of works. to be
It
fair.
actually does, yeah.
Annoyingly.
Yeah, thank
Through
you.
trial and error, he's slowly working out
Through
what.
context clues and
Guys,
stuff.
you know what they
it's
say?
like narrowing it down.
When in Mobius strip. No, okay, not that one. Okay,
No, not
noted.
that
Write that
one.
down. Emerald, what have you got for us this week for round 2?
I wanted to round up some of the Winter Olympics goings on.
Oh, great.
Yes.
So I'm going through the lost and found bin of the Winter Olympics, and I want you to tell me if the following things have been lost or found. Those are your 2 options.
Excellent.
And I imagine maybe on the show there could be an excellent lost and found box graphic for this.
When you say excellent, a really bad one.
And it slides
Lo-fi.
down a luge and arrives at the bottom.
Yes.
Because that's basically, that's all they're doing, essentially. You might as well just replace them with boxes, according to Emerald,
So true.
on the luge. Just shove down just an object. 'Cause not as if
Put
it's
a
got
crash
any...
test dummy on it and
Yeah.
let it go.
Excellent.
Okay, first item. Athletes Village condoms. Lost or found?
Oh, have they been not found afterwards?
See, I know in the Summer Olympics, they get through like an obscene number of condoms because it's basically like all these athletes have trained for 4 years to do this thing. And suddenly they've done their event
Yeah.
and they're just around loads of fit people. So they're like, what else are we going to do, I guess?
I think it's too cold for that.
Do you?
That's what I think as well, Mike.
Yeah.
I think it might be too cold.
They're not cuddling up, you don't think?
I'm going to say they found them. They just found boxes of condoms just lying around.
You're incorrect. They're lost.
Okay.
So basically, there's a headline saying that there's a Cortina condom shortage. So there were 10,000 free condoms provided and they disappeared in 3 days in Athletes
wow.
Village. But do you know what change might have led to these condoms running out?
Is it because they had a massive STD
Oh,
breakout?
scare. This is
Yeah.
dark,
So-
Jack.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying. Maybe that's a bit too real of an answer.
yeah.
They don't actually care about their sexual health, Emerald.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why. Yeah.
That's how the skeleton and loose started. Someone had like just incredible like burning itch, just threw themselves down
Yeah.
a cold icy block.
The change that might have caused this is they're not using the cardboard beds anymore. at the Olympics. So at the last three Olympics,
yeah.
they had these cardboard beds that were supposed to be motivation for the athletes to not be having sex all the time.
Is that why
But-
they were there, the cardboard ones? I thought it was just because it was like they just needed loads of beds quickly.
No, they were
Yes,
anti-sex beds.
Yeah.
They were
Anti-sex.
anti-sex
Yeah.
beds.
They should use my bed from the age of like 16 to getting married.
Too
Yeah,
real.
it was
Too
definitely
real.
there.
Yeah,
Preach,
yeah.
brother.
Next item, is it lost or found? Olympic mascots Milo and Tina.
Aye.
I haven't watched much Winter Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
but Claire Balding arrived on my television and said something about, can you find Tina? And I was like, I don't know what she's talking about, but there was a little mascot on the television.
I've only seen one mascot. Yeah.
So I was like, is there a thing about hiding it? Is it like that stupid elf on the shelf or whatever it is they do now, which I don't really understand.
Oh, Jack's getting himself angry about like a non-existent
About
situation here.
some made up thing that I've just got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. So the answer is lost. So you can't find the plush toy versions of these mascots anywhere at the Olympics. They've all sold out of the official Olympic stores.
Is it because they're being used in some kind of sex game by these
It seems
disgusting
likely.
individuals
Now we
in
think
their...
Either
the
that
athletes.
or they're
In
being
their-
shoved down skiers' pants.
Oh,
One
wow.
of the
Oh.
two.
I was so worried that
Aerodynamic.
sentence was going to go there. Shoved. I was like, what are you going to say? There you go. Okay, cool.
But do you want to know a fact about these two mascots? So they're
Yeah.
two stoats. They're named after Milan and Cortina, which is where the Winter Olympics are taking place. And the best thing about them is they are described by the organisers as the first openly Gen Z mascots. Which I don't know why they phrased it like it's something to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
That's first openly. makes it
Openly
sound-
Gen
yeah,
Z.
Yeah, like something that they wouldn't have, would
Yeah.
have been frowned upon in the past.
I don't mind the idea of Gen Zs having shame because that would be a fucking turn up for the books, wouldn't it? I'm only saying this now because Queenie's not here.
Yeah, you should eviscerate us.
Okay, final item. A Slovakian fugitive. Lost or found.
Fugitive.
Was he lost and he was on the run and he got to the top of the ski jump? It
Yeah.
was like a hilarious incident.
And some mothers do haven't.
Yeah.
Is that a verb?
Accidentally, some mothers do have him down the down the ski jump and accidentally won a bronze medal.
Slovakian Frank Spencer. I think he's been found.
Great guess, Jack. So, a Slovakian fugitive who's been on the run for 16 years
Yeah.
was finally arrested when he turned up in Milan to support his national ice hockey team at the Winter
Oh,
Olympics.
yes.
Yeah. So you
wow.
could say that the police have now solved a very cold case.
Oh,
gonna-
very good.
Imagine me putting on some sunglasses, playing some rock music in the background.
I can see that joke, Emerald, coming into your head and then reverse engineering that round based around the cold case joke, which is what we love to see.
Love that game, Emerald.
Thank
That was
you.
It's excellent.
great round two. Always
Thank
nice to have a chat about the Winter Olympics. Jack, what have you got for us?
Mine's also sports related,
Whoa.
tangentially, but this is about a football fan who's refused to get his hair cut. So, Emerald, I think
Yes.
Mike might know about this.
I have
Emerald,
come across this.
I'm sitting
oh,
back
you
here.
have, excellent. I was going to say, okay, Emma, I want you to explain
Okay.
why has someone avoiding the barbers made such big news? Do you know why this is?
Okay, here is my attempt to explain it. He
Excellent.
said that he wouldn't cut his hair until Man United won a match.
You're not far off. I did like the pause of one, as if you didn't know how to describe. What
Is that
do
what
they
you
say
call
in
it
football?
when they score goals?
Victor? Do they Victor? They Victor? Yeah. No, you're pretty close. Basically, he's this guy called Frank Illett, known online as the United Strand, and he made a vow that he would only cut his hair after Man United have won 5 consecutive games.
Oh, God.
So how long do you think it's been?
I mean, Man United have been bad for a while. When did Alex Ferguson retire?
I think I read that. It's like 2013.
2013. So I'm going to guess 13 years.
Yeah, you can't see him. He has more hair than man. No, at the time of this recording, the no win no trim challenge, as he's dubbed it, has been going on for 500 days,
Yeah.
which
Wow.
converts to 16 months and 12 days, or one really really bad bonds. That's the
That's
equivalent of
that's
those.
what Spurs fans have a similar thing. and they said there's some Spurs fans said they weren't going to cut their hair till Spurs won the league again, and that's how we got Bigfoot sightings.
Oh, it's funny hearing it come from you, Mike, because I can hear the sadness in your voice as you say it.
The sad, just forcing out a laugh with a single tear.
But he's got kind of the worst hair for this to be the case, because it's not like it's grown out, it gets long. It's just kind of like it's just grown out. It's like my hair. I once tried to grow my hair out, and I just looked like I had a bicycle helmet on that was covered in hair.
Yeah, it's
that was
quite
the sort of
extraordinary.
So he got very, very close last week because Man United had won 4 games and they were going to play West Ham, who are basically in a relegation battle. 265,000 people tuned into a live stream to see what would happen.
Was it from a barber shop?
No. Everyone was like, well, they're definitely going to beat West Ham. They've beaten Man City, they've beaten Arsenal, they've beaten all of these top teams, and they drew. And it is one of the most glorious things I think I've ever seen is his little heartbroken face when he realises
Oh my God.
he's got a long old time till they get close to that again. And
Wow.
it's sort of getting to the stage now in football where watching your team win is almost not as fun as seeing the look on another football fan's face when something goes disastrously wrong.
Sounds so
Like a
sadistic.
crushing
Jack.
defeat.
Oh no, it's true. My favourite thing at football is when they manage to find a kid crying in the crowd.
Oh my God.
It's so good. There's something special about seeing a child cry at football.
But him not cutting his hair doesn't have an effect on how they play. It's not going to make them win more.
Well, okay, so this is the thing. You think, oh, it can't be that big a deal. No one's really fussed about it.
No.
Right? One of the midfielders
Yeah.
had to come out. They keep on getting asked about it. And he said, I don't care about his haircut at all.
you
We
go.
don't see it as cool. But then admitted that the team had been talking about it in the dressing room. And he used the phrase, the pressure of the haircut. Like
Oh my
it's become
God.
enough of a thing.
It's putting
But I mean-
extra pressure on them. I mean, it's good. It's a good thing that their owner has, with everything going on at the football club, and it's a good thing that the Man United owner's not, said anything ridiculously stupid to
Yeah.
put more pressure on the club.
Yeah, it's not as if he's got a shit haircut and the owner of his football club is a racist. You know?
I thought you were saying Jim Radcliffe's got a shit haircut because he has.
Oh, yeah, they're not great, are they?
Yeah.
For someone who's multi-billionaire,
Ratcliffe has got a shit haircut.
that's bad.
So-
Just to clarify as well. So he said that Britain's got an immigration problem. This is a man who runs a football club where obviously immigration is a huge thing. So they, would rather pay large amounts of money to bring in foreign footballers rather than develop their own players and their own youth system. Also a man who doesn't pay tax in this country.
No.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
Oh, it's extraordinary.
I mean, it's not as if ex-England and Man United player Wayne Rooney would be affected by the haircut stuff, would he?
He's not come out and said something, has he?
Of course he has.
No,
He says,
why are they giving it
he
oxygen?
was on a
weird.
podcast, right? He was asked about it, and he said it's doing my head in. Which, given the surface area of that particular
I
head,
was just thinking he has a
that
big
is
head.
pretty impressive. That it's done something.
I'd love if this came into politics. People saying, I'm not going to cut my hair till Labour win a by-election.
I was thinking this genuinely. If they said, okay, when Labour first came in, they have to announce 5 policies that they don't U-turn on, would you have cut your hair now? I don't think you would have done, right?
No.
Because it's been 13 U-turns. So
Yeah.
you'd be desperately clinging on for these May elections to be cancelled. And then suddenly you're like,
Yeah, at the barber's, just waiting for the announcement.
yeah.
Just waiting for the Supreme Court judgment on Palestine Action with the clippers hovering. Oh, no. It's got inside Keir's head, the pressure of the haircut.
Pressure of the haircut. The tiny other extra detail really made me laugh. It's he's had to come out and deny that he's a millionaire.
The haircutting.
The haircut guy. Since he started this challenge in 2024, he has gained over 2 million social media followers.
Wow.
He's been signed by a talent agency. He's partnered with Argos. And the day before he was supposed to cut his hair, he held a press conference, right, attended by CBS, The Telegraph, and the French paper L'Equipe. So you think
Dumb.
that is why people are like, this guy's profiting. And he probably is now making a bit of money from it, which is
I think
so
it's
funny.
no coincidence that this has happened and then the government have gone, do you know what, maybe we should look at that social media ban for under 16. Time now for the missing words round. I'm going to read out some headlines from the past week, and I just want you to fill in the missing words. And your first one is, Robert Kennedy Jr.'s nutrition chatbot recommends what?
RFK Jr.'s nutrition chatbot recommends washing your hands thoroughly before you rub cocaine on your teeth. Which I do think is probably a good tip.
I think it does, but that just wasn't the headline.
Okay, gotcha.
Is it RFK Jr.'s chatbot recommends using a lozenge?
Recommends just going, clean your throat.
A really, really big cough.
No, the answer is Robert Kennedy Jr.'s nutrition chatbot recommends best foods to insert into your rectum.
No.
I did see this story.
Yeah, this is realfood.gov, Robert Kennedy Jr.'s website promoting the benefits of real food and encourages people to use its AI chatbot, which is actually just grok. Because, why do something yourself when you can outsource it? When someone used it to say they were an ascetarian, meaning they only eat things that they could comfortably insert inside their rectum. Yes, I feel like I'm having a fever dream just reading this out. The AI chatbot responded by greeting their proud ascetarian before listing off foods that fits the criteria. Any ideas what the AI chatbot said were the gold standards for ascetarian diets?
Grapes, maybe?
Well,
one by one, obviously. But
very safe. There is some fruit in there.
I want to say a banana.
Yeah, of course. It's a bananas with a natural curve, smooth texture, and potassium for that inner glow.
No way.
Inner glow.
No one's going to be able to see the glow.
No, you can't. Hey, I defy you to not look at RFK Jr. and see that inner glow. They said peeled cucumber or courgette could suffice, even giving a step-by-step guide on how to carve your food to give it a flared base for extra safety.
Oh my God.
Next, wildlife enthusiasts surprised to spot what bobbing up and down in the Thames estuary?
Is it wildlife enthusiasts surprised to spot no turds bobbing up and down in the Thames?
Yeah. Really
Why do we always
disappointed.
come back to poo and butts on this podcast?
But
I know.
that would be a surprise.
I love it.
Mike
would be
took
a
us down the
surprise.
butt route,
I'm
the
sorry.
ascetarian route.
Hey, I
from the
didn't do
start.
it. It's RFK's mucky chatbot.
It's true.
No.
Is it wildlife enthusiasts surprised to spot the intern Ed Davies sends out to test his publicity stunt ideas bobbing up and down in the Thames estuary?
I
don't know if they'd be
that's
surprised, though.
Excellent.
I think
true.
it would be
They
not
probably
that
see it
surprised.
like every day.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, what is it this week? It's actually wildlife enthusiasts surprised to spot Amazon delivery van bobbing up and down in the Thames estuary.
They deliver to the Thames estuary now.
Yeah, they won't deliver to my house, but they'll deliver to the Thames estuary. And if you're not in, they leave it around the back of the Millennium Dome. An Amazon delivery driver was following their GPS to try and get to an island in the Thames estuary used by the military, and was directed onto what's described as one of Britain's most dangerous coastal paths, which is my favourite of the Danny Dyer documentary series. The Broomway is a 600-year-old path that can only be crossed when the tide is out. And these amazing pictures of this Amazon delivery van just like floating in the water.
Does that mean that everyone who's got a parcel on that particular van just gets sent a photo of the van in the estuary as their picture for where their parcel is? Safely delivered, question mark?
And finally, every day in 2026, someone has what somewhere in the UK?
Is it someone has gone to the toilet somewhere in the UK?
I mean...
Well, it's technically true.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
At least
so
one
I get
person
the points,
has done that.
I get the points for that.
Technically true, but not true in this case.
Well, it is
Not
true,
the
that's
answer I was
not
looking
fair.
for.
All right, mate. What about someone has changed the oil in a car?
No,
It's
no
gonna
one,
be
UK?
boring.
That's
no one
technically true,
did
isn't
it on Thursday.
Right? What about eating a whole pineapple?
Which way? Were they consuming in the ascetarian
Yeah,
manner?
they're ascetarian.
Yeah. Well, you got a flared base, depending which end you put in first. Every day in 2026, someone has experienced rain somewhere in the UK.
Oh.
And it's genuine news story. According to the Times, not one day has passed this year without it raining somewhere in the UK.
That hasn't happened very often by the 16th of Feb.
No.
And I think there are some places where it just has been rainy every single day.
Yeah. I said, while the Met Office does not keep records for the number of consecutive wet days, local records across the country have been broken like Cornwall, which has recorded its wettest ever January.
Do you think it's because someone out there is not cutting their hair until there's like 2 days of sunshine or something?
Yeah.
The rain has made Britain look as wet as the Yorkshire moors in the new Wuthering Heights film, and in some places, even as wet as the audience watching it.
Oh, Mike. Wow.
And I just want to say that was the first time I read that sentence.
And the last, I think.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I think we can all agree this is the last time we let producer Diggory loose on the script. Assetarians, wet audiences, mucky boy.
Sorry, I've just realised what you meant by wet. I thought you meant wet like soppy.
Oh, no.
God.
I think that's worse.
Somehow you've managed to make me feel even worse about that, Emerald.
Yes.
Really.
Just let me talk about my Mobius strips. Don't come into all the sex stuff.
Sorry, it's a Mobius strip of smut. Nailing it. We posted this missing one on our social media channels, and congratulations to Tracy UK on Instagram, who made us laugh with their response when they said, every day in 2026, someone has managed Nottingham Forest somewhere in the UK. Boom.
Is she talking about some woods somewhere in the Midlands? Is that what
Hey,
it's
listen,
about?
those elks won't look after themselves.
No, going to get themselves relegated. Follow Have I Got News For You on Instagram and Twitter so you can enter our missing words round when we post another one next Monday. Thank you for listening to In the News this week. If you've enjoyed listening to this episode, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
For updates on the show, make sure you're following Have I Got News For You on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter.
You can also get in touch with us by emailing podcasts@hattrick.com. That's hattrick with 2 T's.
Make sure you're followed or subscribed to the podcast wherever you're listening to it now, and we'll see you here for next week's episode. Take us out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to go read up on this Assetarian diet I'm talking about.
We don't need to fit on that. Let's sit on that. We don't need to end on that.
In the News This Week is presented by Jack Harris, Queenie Miller, Emerald Paston and Mike Raymond. The producer is Diggory Waite. The executive producer is Claire Broughton. And the music is by Big George. In the News This Week is a Hat-Trick podcast.
You did promise me you'd come back from the Antarctic tall and blonde.
And skinny.
The Coldest Shift, an Antarctic adventure presented by Dr. Rachel Varnum.
We need to be the forerunners in making sure that we keep the Antarctic the only continent without COVID. We can perform small operations here.
How many nurses are going with you? None. Are you taking a dentist? No, that's me as well. Are you taking a physio? No, that's me. So all of the things that you have in a hospital, we've had training on, essentially.
Oh, Rachel, why would you do that as a medic? It's ridiculous.
So here's a little story about the journey on the James Clark Ross.
The Coldest Shift, available now on all podcast platforms.